One study that grabbed me, one of the earliest studies I read, was at Harvard, and they took a group of people, they took two actors, a man and a woman, and had them go rehearse doing an exact presentation over and over again. They went to a mall, they went to a park, and what they would do is they would walk up to you at the mall or the park, and they had a coffee in their hand, and they'd say, "Excuse me, could you hold this just for a second?" And they wouldn't ask, they'd hand it to you and look down, so you didn't have a chance to say yes or no, and they'd reach in and grab their phone, do something on their phone, put it back and say, "Thank you so much," and they take it back. And they practice having the same facial expression, saying it with the same tone of voice, and they used a man and a woman. And they went to 150 people, the man and woman, one way, 150 another way. They did everything identical except one thing. Half the people, they handed them iced coffee, the other half, they gave them hot coffee, just for a few seconds. Now, interestingly enough, 20 minutes later, somebody with a clipboard would come by, back through the mall, and they'd see you and they'd come up to you and say, "Listen, I'd like to ask you to read 2 paragraphs and answer one question, and I'll give you $20 for it for our survey." You read the 2 paragraphs of this little story, and then the question was, how would you describe the main character in this story? And what's interesting is over 81% of the people who were given hot coffee said the person was warm and genuine. In the story they were reading 20 minutes later. The ones who were giving iced coffee, 80%, only a 1% difference variable, natural variability, 80% said the person was cold and calculating and uncaring. Exact same story, 20 to 30 minutes later.